Hello there, APBA fans and APBA football fans, to the second half of a tournament game between the 13-seeded Chicago Bears at the number 4-seeded Washington Commanders in the NFC bracket game. So far in the tournament, Detroit beat the Giants 35-20. Arizona beat Seattle 44-24. That was the number 9 versus the number 8. And then in the AFC, as you see in here on the Tigerbob channel here, Tennessee upset Kansas City in overtime 27-24. Number 8 seeded Cincinnati 34, Indianapolis Colts 10. And the number 4 Chargers beat Jacksonville 44-17, and that was in the AFC 4 versus 13. And now the NFC, that's where we are here, and it is halftime, and it is a surprising game so far. It's Caleb Williams and the Bears lead Washington 21-10. How we got here to get to the 21-10. They come down and Caleb hit Williams with a 19-yard touchdown pass, and then the ensuing kickoff was muffed. And the next play, Swift ran it in from 9 yards, and it was 14-0 right away. Late in the first quarter, Washington went back down, got a 2-yard touchdown run from Robinson. Chicago got a 30-yard pass from Williams to Moore to go up 21-7. And with 7 minutes left in the second quarter, Siebert, 28-yard field goal, 21-10. And that's where we are here. And Washington will be receiving the second half kickoff. And what I will do here is try to explain a little bit the way I play, but just kind of, this is the way I play. And I'll try to keep all the different coins and everything all caught up to show you exactly what's going on. I do keep everything on my score sheet over here, so if I don't have the clock or anything caught up at the time, I do keep it officially over here. And moving all these tokens and stuff around is work in progress. So here we go, second half kickoff. Bears are kicking off. And up comes Cairo Santos, teeing it up at the 35-yard line. And here is the kickoff. The big red dice. 13. 13's a 17. Even will be the right column. 17. Right column, 74-yard kick, so it's going to be a touchback. Under the new NFL rules, touchback will be out to 30-yard line, and that'll be changing this year to the 35-yard line. But last year, 2024 season, was 30-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 for Washington. So far, Robinson has 8 carries, 52 yards, and Daniels has been struggling. He's been sacked 4 times and has 95 yards passing. They are a +8 on offense. They had an offensive tackle that was hurt for a while, Wiley, but he's back in the game, so they're a +8 on offense. So when I shake this dice, that one there, on a +8, 2 through 10, we'll put them in grade A. So first down, right back to the basics. They're going to run. Robinson, inside. 1st and 10, Washington. 0. Going to put them in the A index. 55. Going to put them in a D line setting, and Snake Eyes is a K. We got going to be the left column. Big dice here on the K because he got a breakaway. 26 is a 16. 10-yard run. Nice run to start the second half for Brian Robinson, B.J. Robinson, 10 yards. That gives them 62 yards on the day. We got a first down. Now we'll try to keep the clock caught up. 14 and a half minutes left. So are they going to keep pounding the ball? Or are they going to throw a pass? They're going to hand it off to Robinson again. I will let my guys, if they're a good ball carrier, they do get to carry it 2 times in a row. Inside Robinson, 7, puts him in the A index. 53 is going to put him in the D. 31 is a 17 in the right column. 7 more yards for Robinson. 69 yards on the day. They got a second down. 3 to go. So far, McLaren's had 2 catches, 36 yards. And they're just going to try and get a little short pass for the first down here on 2nd and 3. I typically do not run my running back 3 plays in a row. So 2nd and 3, short pass McLaren. 5, puts him in the A index. 36, puts him in a standard. Actually 43, A index, standard. Right column, there that is, that 43. 43 is the 20, is the 30. He gets sacked again. He goes down for a 6-yard loss. That is the 5th time he's been sacked in the game. There's been some drive killers. Now they got a 3rd down and 9 situation. 3rd and 9. They're going to go medium pass. Noah Brown. Can Daniels make a play on 3rd down? 3rd and 9. 31. 31 and 8. He might have. So 7. Puts him in the A index. 45. On a 3rd and 9. Puts him in a D. Going to be a even. 31 is an 8. 10-yard pass. First down. He gets past the first down marker. What a big conversion. Brown, 2 catches. 27 yards. We got 13 minutes left in the first quarter. In the 3rd quarter, this 3rd quarter just got underway. They're going to go a little short pass to Zach Ertz. First down. Daniels trying to get the team moving down the field. 7 be A index. 62 is going to put him on a D. Going to be a right column. 36 is a 13. 3-yard completion. And we got a defensive injury. So 3 yards to Ertz. He's up to 18 yards. So now we got a 2nd down, 7 to go. I got an alternative way of coming up with injuries that actually comes off every time I get a 62 on a defensive call. That's a defensive injury. Now the big dice, 65. Got a re-roll for the injury. $32. D5 is hurt. Who is banged up? Who is the D5? 1, 2, 3, 4. DeMarcus Walker's hurt. 2nd dice rolls up 8. He's a J1. He'll be out for the rest of the quarter. The 3rd, Walker. Defensive end. He's out for the quarter, so he's a 3. Let's see who we got to bring in at defensive end. Looks like the defensive end I'll bring in will be Darrell Taylor out of Tennessee. So they are going to drop 1. Walker's a 4. This guy's a 3. So Washington goes to a +9 for the rest of the quarter. Not really much of a difference between +8 and +9. Now we got the 2nd down. 7 to go. Going to come back and run Robinson inside. He's been sacked so much. So 2nd and 7, inside run. 3. Puts him in the A index. 42 on a 2nd and 7. Puts him in a standard. Even. So the right column. 53. 53 is a 17. 6-yard run. Gets him to a manageable 3rd and 1. Nice run by Robinson. 75 yards on the day. So 3rd down, 1 to go. Daniels, he's going to run it inside. 3rd and 1. Jayden Daniels, just going to keep it. 34. 34 is a penalty. I like resolving the penalties before the play. The penalty is actually a 1-14. Looks like a pre-snap penalty. 1-14, and they got a false start on a 3rd down and 1. That's the way it's been going. False start penalty. And that puts them in a 3rd and 6. It's been that kind of day here for Washington. So now we got 3rd and 6. What's the call going to be? Looks like they're going to throw the ball. Robinson out. Ekeler in. And they're going to throw a little short pass to Austin Ekeler. Jayden Daniels. Back in the pocket. 62 is a 20. That ball's actually going to be an incomplete pass. But let's check it out. It was an A index. 15 on the 3rd and 6. Standard line. Left column. 62 was the 20. And it does. It flutters incomplete. And now they got the 4th and 1, 4th and 6. They're going to punt it away. On comes the punter. There is always some thought of going for it, but let's just punt it away and live to play another down here. Tressway in, punting it from the 45-yard line. 32 is at 8. It's a right column 8 on the punt. 41 TA. $41 yards. 10, 20, 30, 41. Bears are going to let it roll. Bring on my let it roll chart. 2 big dice. It's a 5. It rolls 5 yards. So it rolls in the end zone for a touchback. Tack 4 onto this punt there. Ended up being a Bears got it at the 20-yard line with 11:15 left. In the 3rd quarter, Bears at the 20. Not what Washington was looking at doing there. And here come the Bears. What they've had going on today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Swift has 9 carries, 59 yards. And Caleb Williams in the first half was 10 for 18, 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was really phenomenal coming out in the second half. And they've been doing this, basically, they're a -8. They've been in C index like the whole game. A couple plays, maybe not, but overall they have been. So handoff Swift on 1st down. See if he can plow through there. 12's to 26. He's not going to go very far. It's going to be a C index. 64 actually puts him in a D. Even puts him in the right column. 26. No gain for Swift. 2nd down. 10 to go. From the 20-yard line. They're going to come back and they're going to throw a little short pass to DeAndre Swift. Played for the Lions a couple years ago. Did really good for the Detroit Lions. 2nd down, 10 to go. Caleb Williams. 32's a 27. He's going to run it. 3 is going to put him in the C index. What I end up doing with the run, I use my little dice to see what column to go to, and then the R column. So C index, going to go to the 2nd column. 34 is a 35. It's actually a penalty. So we got the penalty. It's going to be a 2-13. The play was actually called dead because of a false start. 5-yard penalty on the Bears. So that puts them at a 2nd down and 15 to go. They're still in the big part of the field. 2nd and 15. They're going to throw a short pass to Odunze. So Romy Odunze. 54. 54 is a penalty. A 5. 24 on the penalty, on the pass penalty. 5, 24. That is a 21. The penalty is going to be a 21. Not sure on that one. 21 on a pass play penalty. 21 is a pass interference offense, 10 from line. The Bears are breaking down here. Go back to the short pass to Adunia. 46. They're going to back it up the halfway from the 15 to be 7.5. We'll call it the 8. 7-yard penalty. The Bears are piling up the penalties now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 penalties for 58 yards. And they're still in a 2nd down. Now they can't do a screen pass. They can do a short pass. I think 2nd down right here they're going to do is they're going to run Swift inside just to try to get a little bit of yardage back here. 56 is a 24 inside run within the 14-yard line. 7 puts them in the C index. 63. Going to be a nickelback. 1 line. So go up to a B. 1 line. Left column. 56. 24. 3 and add a yard. 4-yard run for Swift. 63 on the day. Now they got a 3rd down. We have 9:45 left in the quarter here. They're going to do a little screen pass to DJ Moore. No, they can't do the screen pass. All they can do is a short pass. Yeah, they go short pass to Moore. If a big dice roll can't get them out of trouble. They're still within their own 14-yard line. 64. 64 is a 9. He might complete it, but I don't think it's going to be for very far. 4 puts him in a C, and the receiver will bump it up to a B. We got a 33 on the 2nd roll. 33. We'll put him in a D. Left column. 64 is a 9. 4 yards. DJ Moore, 46 yards receiving on the day on his 4 catches. They did not get the 3rd down conversion. And it is now 4th down. And Washington's defense does hold with the self-destructing Chicago Bears. But they still have the lead. And on comes Taylor to punt it away from the 16-yard line. Torrey Taylor. 35 is a 4. A right column 4. 54 TA. $54 yards. 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And who was the punt returner? That would be Zacchaeus is the punt returner. Using the P column. 30-yard line. Here comes Olamide. 64. 64 is an 11. Be a right column 11 on a punt return. 7 yards. This will be decent field position for Washington. We have a first down at their own 37-yard line. With 9 minutes left. Third period. Bears up 21-10. Out comes Jayden Daniels. Biggest thing about him today, he's been sacked 5 times for the 44 yards, and it's just been just drive squashing plays. So 1st and 10. They're going to come out. They're going to come out a little aggressive. They're going to throw a medium pass to McLaren. Daniels back in the pocket. 51. That should be a good looking pass there. Dice roll. A index. 62 on the defense. That puts them on a D. 6 puts them in the right column. 51 is an 8. 10-yard completion. And we got another defensive injury. So it does move the chains. 10-yard pass to McLaren. Defensive injury. We got 8.5 minutes left. Let's see what the defensive injury is. The big dice will give me the player. 42. 42 on my chart says injury will be to D7 is hurt. That is going to be the right linebacker. T.J. Edwards, he's a J0, so he will just miss 1 play. He's a 4. So a 2 will come in for 1 play. So for 1 play, Washington even goes up higher. So 1st and 10, 53-yard line. I like going bomb zone here. I like giving a shot, so we're going to go long pass to Noah Brown. Just shy of midfield. Daniels to Brown. 12 is a 27. He's in a scramble with the ball. 8 be a scramble. A index, outside run. Going to use the 5th column. 12 is a 27. It's going to be a 1-yard sack. He's knocked down again. So now we got 2nd down. 11 to go. As he tried to scramble with it, couldn't go anywhere. 2nd down, 11 to go. Short pass. 2. Zach Ertz. Daniels has to get something going here. Short to Ertz. 24 is a 15. Wow. A index. 33. That is going to put them in a D. Dice roll 3 puts them in the left column. 24 was the 15. Caught it for a 3-yard gain. So better than nothing. 121-yard passing today for Williams. Ertz, third catch for 21 yards. So now we got a 3rd down. Third down and 8 to go. Are they in a situation? Maybe it's 2-down situation. I don't know. They're going to go a little short pass to Zacchaeus. See if Daniels can't get a big dice roll to get a 3rd down conversion. 32 is a 26. It's going to be a scramble. A index scramble. Going to go Fifth column. 33 is a K. Daniels gets a K on a scramble. How far can he go using a big dice? 32. 32 is a 17. He gets through there for 7 yards. Now we got decision time. That's his fourth carry for 44 yards. They do not get the third down conversion. Now we got a 4th and 1. They're lining up, looking like they're going to go for it. 4th and 1. They're going to go inside. Daniels. 4th and 1. Bears stacking the line. Here's the handoff. Oh, it's a 44. It's going to be good. Be an A index. 66. That's actually a blown coverage, blown assignment on defense. Going to go to the D. Going to go right column. 44 is a 4. And Daniels busts through there for 14 yards. What a huge 4th down conversion for the Commanders. With 6.5 minutes left. Third quarter. They got a first down at the Bears' 30-yard line. So what's the call going to be from the 30-yard line? Be aggressive or just kind of slow it down a bit? They're going to go back to the punishing running game. They're going to run Robinson, but they're actually going to go outside with him. They're going to try and get him around the edge. But it'll go a little bit smaller part of the field. 52 is a 28. He is not going to get around the edge. The Bears contain him. 4 puts him in the A index. 12 puts him in the 3 line. Odd, left column. 52 is a 28. He loses 3 yards, and we have an offensive injury. So second down. $13 to go. We got the offensive injury. 12 on my dice rolls. That's an offensive injury. Offensive 62. The 11 is hurt. Zacchaeus got hurt on the play. He's a J0, so he'll be out for 1 play. He'll go out. Dynami Brown comes in. So Dynami Brown's in the game for 1 play here with 6 minutes left. In third quarter, Bears leading by 11. 2nd and 13. What they're going to do is they're going to go a medium pass to Dynami Brown. He's in the game. Now they're back to the meaty part of the field. 52 is a 28. He is going to get sacked again. Jayden Daniels holding the ball too long. 6 puts him in the A index. Even though it's a B receiver, it stays A index. That's a 1 line. Left column. 52. 52 is a 28. He gets sacked for a 5-yard loss. And we got a defensive injury. We'll go to third down. So with the 62 on the defense, we got a defensive injury. Defensive 21. Would be D3 is hurt. Who was the D3 on the Bears defense? 1, 2. Gordon. He's actually a corner and the middle linebacker. He'll be out for the game. Not going to affect the defense at all. And they will bring in Sandberg from Wisconsin. He will come in here to play middle linebacker. But now we got that long third down situation again. Can even get a few yards to even attempt a field goal. All the receivers are back in the game. Third down. Taking a shot. Medium. McLaren on a 3rd and long. One of these times Jayden Daniels has to make a play. Medium pass. McLaren. 31. 31's an 8. He might complete it here. 3 puts him in the A index. 33 on a 3rd and long. That puts him in a D. Right column. 31 is an 8. 10-yard completion to McLaren. "56 yards today on 4 catches. 5 minutes left. They got a 4th down at the 28-yard line. And on comes the field goal kicker. They got to get some points here. Austin Siebert from Oklahoma trying a 45-yard field goal. Here we go. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. 53. 53 is a 39. A right column 39 from the 28. It is good. He boots it through. And with 4, let me see, 4:45 and a 25 and 11. 4:45, 4:56 left here in the 3rd quarter. Washington Commanders get a field goal from Siebert, the 2nd field goal in a row from Siebert. 45-yarder. It is now 21 Bears, 13 Washington. So we have a 1-score game. Siebert teeing it up at the 35-yard line. Going to give it a boot. Here we go. Dice roll. 32's a 29 on the P column. We got a right column. 29. 54 OB. He's been really good kicking them in the kick zone today. That's his 4th kick, and they all been in the kick zone. Down to the 11. And once again, his 4th return of the day will be Scott. Tyler Scott from the 11. 34. 34 is a penalty. A 1:55 on a penalty. Said I always like resolving my penalties first. 1:55 on the kickoff return. No penalty. What will he get? There was not a penalty on the play. 64. 64 is a 18. Odd 18. Left column 18 on a kickoff return. 26-yard return for Scott. And here come the Bears again. 4.5 minutes left. 3rd quarter. Trying to get a big upset here. Or 14, 24, 25, 26. They're up to the 37-yard line. Can Caleb Williams bring the team down here? Try to start to put this game away? What kind of a surprise would that be? So Caleb Williams. You can tell I'm not a big believer in a lot of piles of cards. I try to keep, I know where all the cards are in the pile, but I just don't like having a pile of cards all over the place. So 1st down, 37-yard line. 4.5 minutes left. 3rd quarter. Bears ahead 21-13. What they're going to do on first down, they're going to run Swift inside. See if they can't get a few yards. 33 is going to be a 15, so that's going to be a good run. 2 puts them in a C. Second dice roll, 63. That actually puts them in a D. What's that, a 4? Right column, 15. He busts through there for 19 yards. Swift is up to 82 yards rushing on the day. What kind of day has he had? And the Bears continue to operate in the C index. 8, 18, 19. They're to the 44-yard line of Washington. Swift, he's out for a minute. He's going to get a little bit of a break. Roshan Johnson's in the game. And they're going to give it to him inside. They're going to try and move the pile a little bit more with Johnson. 64. 64 is a 19, so 7. And the -8, that puts them in the C index. 43 puts them in the standard. Right column with the even. 64. 64 was the 19. 2-yard gain for Johnson. He has 2 carries today for 4 yards. Second down. 8 to go. 3.5 minutes left here. Third quarter, 2nd and 8. Going to throw a little short pass to the tight end, Cole Kmet. Caleb Williams, 2nd and 8. 65 is a 19. That ball's in a flutter. Incomplete. Gets to be up. That'll be incomplete. 5th time Kmet's been targeted. He has 3 catches. Now they got the 3rd down situation. 3rd down. 8 to go. Swift back in the game. They're going to throw a screen pass to DeAndre Swift on the 3rd and 8. 31. That should be a good play there. On the 3rd down, 8 to go. 2 puts him in C index. So bump him up to B. 32. Going to put him in a 1-9. Or should I say D? 31. 31's a 9. 7 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. Nice play. Just shy of the 1st down. Swift, 7 yards. 2 catches, 11 yards. And that puts them at a 4th down and 1 yard to go. .245 left. Third quarter. And they're going to go for it. What kind of call would they be on a 4th and 1? They're going to go inside run to Caleb Williams. Caleb, he has the star on him, but it don't matter because he's going inside. They're still outside the 30-yard line. 66 is a 4. He's going to move the pile. 5 puts him in the C index. 45. Put him in a standard. Left column. And they on this play here, the matchup is won by the defense. They got the higher, so it's going to drop to a 6. 4 is going to drop to a 6, but he still gets 5 yards, and they move the change. 2 carries today, 13 yards, and 2 first down for Caleb Williams. That is the first time they went for it on 4th down, and they got it. So the Bears, 30-yard line, trying to pull off an upset today. The 13's trying to knock off the number 4 seeded team. First down from the 30-yard line. Here's where I like to take shots at it. So we're going to go medium pass, Keenan Allen. Caleb Williams, so 2 touchdowns already. Here's the play. Caleb Williams, 54. That's going to be a penalty. It's a 36. We got a 4-13 on the penalty. That's going to be a pre-snap penalty. 4-13 on the penalty. That is going to be a false start. All those pre-snap penalties are just killing the Bears. That's their 12th penalty today for 63 yards. Now we're at 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. So we got a first down and 50, first and 25, first and 15 at the 35. They decide they're going to come back and they're going to run Swift inside. They want to get some of this yardage back right away. Hand off to Swift. 9. 9's going to put them in the B index. 13. That's going to put them in a G. A dice roll would be the right column. Snake Eyes is a K. Swift is going to bust through there. Got to look at the big dice. 54-17. He ends up getting 2 yards on that play. Looked like it could have been for more. So it'll be second down. 13 to go. At the 33-yard line. Odunze, second and 13. Little short pass, Odunze. Not sure it's in the right part of the field that last time, but can't really go back to it. So short pass, Odunze. Oh, it's Snake Eyes. Wow, 7. Going to be a C, turns into a B for the index. Dice roll 33 on the second down. That's going to put them in a D. Odd puts them in the left column. Snake Eyes is a 4. First down plus 3. 16-yard pass. Actually, first down plus 3. Could only be 15 yards because first down is 12 plus the 3. So a 15-yard pass to Odunze. He's up to 174 yards passing. Odunze, 60 yards receiving. That's a first down. They're at the 13. They're at the 18-yard line. They're ready to come down. They're just taking control of the game here with 1 minute left. Third period. Somehow, Washington has to put up a stand of some sort. And they're going right after him. They're going a medium pass to DJ Moore. They want to attack them before they get within the 15-yard line. Snake Eyes, there's a 4. Unbelievable. Another beautiful looking pass there. 7. Puts them in the C, which will put them in the B index with the A receiver. 52 puts them in a D. 2 puts them in the right column. Snake Eyes is a 4. 20-yard pass. It's an 18-yard touchdown pass to DJ Moore. Third touchdown today for Caleb Williams. DJ Moore, his second touchdown. He has 64 yards receiving. 2 touchdowns. 5 catches. What's the official time on that one? 45 plus 6. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. On a rainy day here in Bay City, Michigan. The Chicago Bears are rolling. DJ Moore, 18-yard pass from Williams. Extra point attempt. Here comes the kicker. Was it Santos? Carol Santos. The kicker out of Tulane. Here's the dice roll. Big dice. 41. There's a 21. And that's wide left. He misses the extra point. 41's a 21 and Carol left and kicks it left to the uprights. The extra point is failed. So the Bears have 27. That was a big missed extra point. That keeps it a 14-point game. So a 2-touchdown game now. Oh boy. Not even a doink or the double doink. He just flat out missed it. Looked like a good snap. Looked like a good hold. Just looked like a bad kick. Here's the kickoff. Santos. 12's a 42. Right column, 42 on the kickoff. 42, that's down to the 8-yard line. There have been a lot of returnable kicks in this game. So 57-yard. Down to the 8-yard line. And McCaffrey's going to be the return man on this one. I'm not sure where McCaffrey is. There he is, Luke McCaffrey. He's going to be the return man from the 9-yard line. What can Luke do? K column. 53 is the 9. Right column 9. 32-yard return for Luke McCaffrey. Maybe that will get them going. 32 and 9 puts them up to the 41-yard line. So Washington, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. We are down to 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Bears have a 2-touchdown lead. Seems like when I do a game, there are always like big upsets or stuff going on, but if the games are not close, like most of these first round games, I have not been doing any video on them. But when they're exciting and they're games like this, Washington, Chicago, when they played last year, that would really turn the Washington season around as they got the Hail Mary at the end of the game in regulation in real life to beat the Bears. See if that kind of excitement can happen here again. So this will be the last play of the third quarter. What they're going to do here, they're just going to run one inside just to move the chains and get into the fourth quarter. Jayden Daniels, handoff. Ryan Robinson, 4. That will put them in the A index. 32 is going to put them in a standard. The dice roll, I'm going to play the right column with the 4. 45 is a 22. He gets 3 yards, and that is the end of the third quarter, with the Bears leading it by a score of 27-13. So back to Washington, D.C. for the fourth quarter of action here, as the Bears trying to pull off the upset. And here comes Washington. They're at their own 44-yard line, and they got a 2nd and 7 as we start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7, they're going to go a little short pass to Zach Ertz. As Daniels has to see if he can get on a roll here. Short pass. Ertz, 15. That looks like a good dice roll. 7. Puts him in the A index. 14. To put him in the standard. Right column. 15. 15 is a 7. Nice looking 12-yard pass to Ertz. Moves the chains for the first down. 143 yards passing today for Daniels. Ertz's 4th catch for 33 yards. And that moves the chains. 44-yard line of the Bears. First down. 14:30 left in the game. First down, they're going to run Robinson inside. I'm not sure that passing game's going to be going yet, so they want to make sure and maybe even drive it down for the touchdown. Inside run. Ryan Robinson, 8. Puts him in the A index. Dice roll, 2nd column, 25. Puts him in a standard. 2 in the right column, 15. 15 is a 16. That is a punishing 13-yard run for Robinson. He has 88 yards on the day. Move the chains. First down. Washington. 14 minutes left in the game. the call going to be? They're looking for Noah Brown. Seems like all my games recently have had these receivers from Ohio State. A bunch of good ones. So we are outside the 30-yard line. Medium pass. Noah Brown. 13. 13's an 11. We'll see if that's enough to get anything at all. 3 puts them in a... So we're in the A index. 41. 41 puts them in the standard. Left column. That's an 11. Hits him for 5 yards. Noah Brown stretched out as far as he could. He picked up 5 yards on that one. That is his third catch. 32 yards. 13 and a half minutes left in the game. 27-yard line. They're going to come back and they're going to run Robinson inside. Now they're a little bit tougher part of the field, getting compacted a little bit more. 4 puts them in an A. A index. 12 puts them in a 3 line. Left column. 62. 24. 2-yard gain. And the 12 is an offensive injury. Robinson 90 yards on the day. We're going to second down at the 27. And we got the offensive injury. Actually, it's to be third down. As a first down, Noah Brown was for 5 yards. So let's see what's happened on the offense. Don't need the quarterback getting hurt. 36. 36 on my chart. That is the 6. The 06 has got hurt. That is the right tackle. Who is the right tackle? Lucas. He's a 3. And he'll be out for the game. Let's see if they have a right tackle to bring in. That will not hurt him at all. Like Trenton Scott will come into play right tackle. So they will drop down one point on the index. Actually, I take that back. Wiley's the guy that got hurt, so Lucas comes in. Because Wiley did come back in the game. So Lucas. That's going to put them at a +8. So we got a 3rd down and 3 to go at the 25-yard line. They're in 2-down situation here, so 3rd down. 3 to go. A little short pass to the tight end out of Stanford. 3rd and 3. Short pass. Zach Ertz. 22 is a nice looking pass. 2 puts them in the B index, but it'll be bumped up to an A. 14, it'll put them on a G line. Right column. 22 is a 4. First down plus 12. That is a 15-yard pass down to the 10-yard line to Ertz. 163 yards passing today for Daniels. Zach Ertz with another big catch. He's up to 48 yards. First down. 12 and a half minutes left in the game. They get a first down at the 10-yard line. Take these coins out because I have been not using them at all anyways. First down from the 10. What's the call going to be? Short pass to the wide receiver. Olamide. Zacchaeus. from the 10-yard line. Daniels, 62's a 20. That ball's in a flutter. Incomplete. Actually 2, so it was an A. Standard. Incomplete pass to Zacchaeus. Oh boy. 5 attempts throwing the ball to Zacchaeus. He's only caught 1 of them. So now we got a second down. Another 30 seconds gone. Second down. What's the call going to be? Zacchaeus is going to do a end around. They're going to run the ball with Zacchaeus. A little bit of trickery here. 23 is a 28. It is not going to work. Oh boy, what were they thinking? That's going to put them at B index with the 2, puts them in the B index. They was actually in the right defense. They were in the D. 28. Gotta come down here. He loses 4 yards. Oh boy, not probably the time to start any of that nonsense. I got third down. At the 14-yard line. 11:45 left here. And what's the call going to be now? What a promising drive. Noah Brown. Short pass. It's the only pass I can do is a short one. Here we go. Daniels looking for Noah Brown. 52 is a 28, and he is going to get sacked again. Getting sacked so many times. 8 puts him in the A index. Gonna be a D. Gonna be a right column. 28. He loses 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 times he's been sacked today. Holding the ball too long. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right now, being there down by the 2 touchdowns. A lot of football left. Yeah, they're going to take the points. They're just going to take the 3 points. Make it an 11-point game. Here comes Siebert. $18-yard line. Be 45-yarder. 22. There's the dice roll you need a little while ago to get some points. So there it is with 11 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. Washington kicking all these field goals today. Siebert, 18, 35-yard field goal. That makes it Chicago 27, Washington 16. Now a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal could tie this thing up. So you never know. Or 2 touchdowns could win it. Here's the kickoff from Siebert from the 35. 41 is a 9. Left column 9 on the kickoff. Left column 9. Right to the goal line. 65 yards. And they're just going to take a touchback. The Bears are nothing fancy. Right at the goal line. It's a touchback. And here we are with 11 minutes left in the game. The Bears going to try and come down, put this game away. Caleb Williams been having a day. Actually 192 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Bears ain't been lighting it up, but they've been doing enough. It always goes back to that big muff kick back. And the Bears scored 2 touchdowns within a minute. back in the first quarter of the game. So first down, inside run, Swift. Try to get all my markers lined up. First down, 33 is going to be a 15. The Bears get these dice rolls, 8 on a -8. That'll put them in a C. They've pretty much been in the C the whole time, so grade C. 31 puts them in a standard. If they would have had a 5-guy in defense, it would have been a key, but they don't have the 5-guy. So right column, 33 is a 15. And he sneaks through there for 16 more yards, and he has an even 100. DeAndre Swift, even 100 yards on the day. Nice run, 5, 10, 15, 16 yards. Just shy of midfield. How many carries does he have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He averages about 15 carries a game, and he has 14 right now. I always write down my averages at the beginning, so I know I'm not abusing anybody. I did bring in Johnson a couple of the carries there, so actually that's what they're going to do right now. They're going to bring Johnson back in here for a run. Give Swift a little bit of a break here. Handoff inside to Rashawn Johnson to run it back from Texas. 23 is a 28. So that's going to be grade C. Snake Eyes is going to put him in a G. Going to be right and left column with the 5, and that will be with the key on it. All the defenses get a key on the Snake Eyes, so 23, 28, drops to 30, loses 3 yards. 3 carries, he has 1 yard. That play did not work out like they had hoped. 2, 3, second down, 13 to go. Are they going to be throwing the ball? They are. Another little short pass to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's been targeted 4 times and has 1 catch. Short pass. Caleb looking for Keenan. That's a 0. Puts him in an A. Snake Eyes puts him in a 3 line. Even. Dice roll. 45 is a 14. 10-yard completion to Keenan Allen. Caleb over 200 yards. Keenan Allen, 2 catches for 29. Now we got the third down. Third down. 3 to go. 9.5 minutes left in the game. I do keep the official time over here on my score sheet. So third down, 3 to go. I'm going to throw a short pass to Komet. 3rd and 3. Caleb, back in the pocket. 31. Going to be a nice toss. It's a 9, so 0 puts them into A index. 36 on a 3rd and 3. That'll put them in a standard. A standard. Snake Eyes, left column. No, it's a 1. 1 on the little one, left column. 31 is a 9. 9-yard completion to Komet. First down. The Bears are really starting to believe they can get this done today. If they come down and score. Got 9 minutes left. You got a first down. What did I say that one? That was what, 9 yards to Komet? They're at the 38-yard line. As they are trying to eat up some clock and score and put this game out of reach. First down. 38-yard line. Inside run. DeAndre Swift. Handoff. 24 is a 22. That'd be tough going there. 8 puts them in a C index. Standard. Right column. 22. 1 yard gain for Swift. 15 carries. 101 yards, and that clock keeps churning. 8.5 minutes left in the game. Second down, 9 to go. Bears looking for the big upset. We have a 1-2. We're going to go a little short pass to Rome Odunze, as they're not sitting down on it. They're going to throw one. Williams, 64. 64 is a 9. The way he's been throwing it, why not? WC index, it gets bumped up to a B. Snake eyes. That puts him in the G line. Left column. 64 is a 9. 10-yard pass to Odunze in a first down. 70 yards for Odunze today. Another first down for the Bears. We are down to 8 minutes left in the game. First down at the 27-yard line. If Washington gives up a touchdown, this game's going to be over. Field goal, there's still a slight hope. Inside run, DeAndre Swift, 27-yard line. A little bit thicker part of the field here. 16's a 25. That'll be a no gain. Actually, a 56. No gain. Puts them down to a 2nd and 10. Twenty-seven-yard line. They going to get greedy and throw a shot down there? They are. They're going to go a medium pass to Keenan Allen. They're going to try to put this game away. Caleb Williams back in the pocket, looking for Keenan Allen. 36 is a 15. That ball's in a flutter incomplete pass. It was worth a shot. Now they got the third down situation. 3rd down and 10 to go. A little screen pass to Swift. 3rd and 10. .56 is a 20. That ball's going to be incomplete pass. Seven minutes left in the game. Now comes the field goal kicker. Try and get them their 14-point lead back. Santos looking for a 44-yard field goal. Line of scrimmage is the 27. The kick, Snake Eyes, is an 18 from the 27. That ball is ripped through there. It is good. 6:45 plus 13. 6:45. 6:59 left in the game. The Bears looking at the big upset. And the way this game is won, it don't even seem like it's been an upset. They just outplayed them. The Bears have 30. 16 for Washington, as they just had the one touchdown back in the first quarter, and since then they've had 3 field goals. .45 left here. Here's the kickoff from Santos. 53. 53 is a 5. Even 5. 64 yards down to the 1. Nice kick. Right down to the 1-yard line. Eagler going to return it for Washington. Eagler from the 1-yard line. Can he get a big return? one from the P column. 22 is a 6 from the P column. A left column. 6. 45-yard return. What a return by Ekeler. 45 yards. Huge return. 45 puts him up to the 46-yard line. Another 15 seconds ticks off the clock. We got first down. Just shy of midfield. And here they come. Here comes Washington. Needing 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to tie this thing up. Daniels, medium pass. They got to start making some plays. 44. 5 puts them in the A index. 36 puts them in a standard. Right column. 44 is a 6. 20-yard completion to Terry McClellan. 183 yards passing today for Daniels. 5th catch today for 76 yards for McLaren. Now is the chunk play. They're down to the 39-yard line already. What's the call going to be? Gonna stay aggressive here. Medium pass to Zacchaeus. Daniels back in the pocket. Looking around. Medium pass. 64. 3 puts him in the A index. 43 puts him in a standard. 3 puts him in the left column. 64 is a 10. 9-yard pass to Zacchaeus. 2nd and 1. His 2nd catch today for 12 yards. That puts him down within the 30-yard line. 2nd and 1. Medium to Noah Brown as they're trying to keep the pressure on the defense. Daniels, 2nd and 1. 42 is a 9. 2nd and 1 from the 25-yard line on a medium pass. 1's going to put him in a C, but puts him in a B index. 2nd and 1, 51. Puts him in a standard. Even. 42 is a 9. 4 yards. Moves the chains. Noah Brown. First down. We're down to the last 5 minutes left in the game. There's Washington trying to come down. Medium to McLaren. 21-yard line. Trying to get it in the end zone. 61. 61's a 12. Let's see, we got 1. Puts him in a C, but puts him in this, bump him up to a B. Standard. Right column. 61 is a 12. That ball flutters incomplete. Right on McLaren's hands, and he cannot make the catch. Now they got ourselves a 2nd down. 10 to go. Who's in the backfield? Ekeler's in the backfield. They're going to screen pass. They're going to go screen to Ekeler. Daniels, back in the pocket. Look, oh boy, 4. Puts him in a A index. 15 on a 2nd down. Puts him in a standard. 22 is a 4. 15-yard pass down to the 6. Beautiful 15-yard pass to Ekeler as they're trying to rally here. Daniels up to 211 yards. Ekeler's 3rd catch, 39 yards. We're down to 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Washington has to score here. And then they got to get the ball back. Let's see if they can't get the big tight end Zach Ertz open in the end zone. A little short pass to Zach Ertz. 6-yard line. 56 is a 22. Yikes. 22. A index. 3 line. That ball harmlessly hits the ground. Incomplete pass. Second down. From the 6. Daniels is going to run one. He's running one inside from the 6-yard line. See if he cannot get in. Oh, Snake Eyes is a K. So A puts him in the A index. 42. Standard. Got Snake Eyes is the K. Can he get in there? Jayden Daniels. 21. 21's a 16. 6-yard touchdown run for Jayden Daniels. Washington is still in the game with 3 minutes 45 3:52 left in the game. Washington is alive. On comes Austin Siebert with a big extra point here. 53 is a 39. He boots it through the uprights. We have ourselves a 7-point game. Chicago 30. Washington 23. And now it's decision time. Oh, there's plenty of time left on the clock. They're just going to kick it deep. Almost 4 minutes left. They got all their timeouts. Siebert's going to kick this thing deep and hopefully just kick it in the end zone. 26 is a 40. A right column 40 on the kickoff. 64 OB. Right down to the 1. 64 yards. They got to return it. 5 for 5. Kicking them in the landing zone. OA. Oh, no, it's OB. It's Scott. Scott's been getting all the returns, too. They've been keeping it away from the main return man, and it's been Scott. The kid out of Cincinnati. 21 is a 19. Left column. 19 on a kickoff return. 27-yard return for Scott. That is his 5th return today. That was a biggie. 27 yards. Up to the 28. Let's look at the clock. Let's see what we got going on here. We got 3.5 minutes left in the game. Looks like we're going. Washington is going to the must-run defense column. And here comes Chicago. They're going to try and with their 4-minute offense, first down, that's what they're going to do. They're going to run Swift inside with 3.5 minutes left. 53 is an 18. You might have got a little bit out of that, but it ain't looking real promising. 8 puts them in the C index. 35 on the must-run defense puts them in the 3 line, the G line. It's even. The dice roll 53 was an 18. 1 yard for Swift. 102 yards on the day. Second down, 9 to go. We are down to 3 minutes left in the game. Washington trying to get the ball back. Will the Bears throw it here? Are they just going to run it again? That's the call going to be. Second down. 9 to go. Inside. Swift against the must-run defense. 61 is a 20. So 7 puts him in a C. 34 puts him in a G. Even. 61. 20. No gain for Swift. Wants the clock down to 2.5 minutes left. Third down. What they're going to do here? What kind of defense they're going to run? They're going to throw a short pass to DJ Moore against the must-run defense. 36 is a 15. 0 puts him in the A index on a short pass. Puts him in the A index. Dice roll a 12. That puts him in a 3 line. This could be bad for Washington. Even. 36. 15. Oh, it is not bad. 36-15. He only completed it for 1 yard. And there's an offensive injury. So 1 yard completion. To DJ Moore. They're going to have to punt it away. We've got an offensive injury on the Bears. Who's hurt for the Bears? This could be bad. They're going to be in a third down situation. Dice roll. Offensive injury, 62. 62. 1, 2, 3. It's the quarterback. 4, 5, 6. It's the receiver. Big dice. Caleb Williams got hurt on the play, but he's a J0, so he'll get to stay in the game. So now we got a fourth down, a little over 2 minutes left. Washington getting the ball back. What a crazy game. Here comes the punter. The punter is Torrey Taylor, booming this thing away from the 40-yard line. Here's a snap. Here's the punt. 54. That's going to be a penalty. We got a 5-42 on a punt penalty. 5:42. That is a 2. That is a delay of game. They got to back it up 5 yards and boot it again. Boy, the Bears had penalties today. 13th penalty for 68 yards. Here's the punt. 25 is a 4. A right column 4 on the punt. 54-yard TA. $54 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 54 yards. The TA is Zacchaeus on the punt return. Because he got a big one in store for us. 53 is an 11 in the P column. A right column 11, 22-yard. A right column 11 is 7 yards, 7-yard punt return. We are at the 2-minute warning here in Washington with not the Redskins, the Commanders, down 7. So 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Washington with the ball, down by 7. The Bears are going to a prevent defense. So if you're looking at the chart on the board there, and that would be the P column, that's where the second dice will get referred to. So they're going to the prevent defense. 1st down, they're going to the receiver from Ohio State. One of them, they're going medium pass to McLaurin. Jayden Daniels needs to pull off a miracle here. 1st down. 31 is an 8. That might be something here. 6 puts them in an A. 55 on the pat. 55 puts them in a nickelback. So puts them in a B. 1 line. Odd. The left column. 31 is an 8. He completes it for 5 yards. Not what he was looking for. And that's not even a short pass, so the clock's going to keep running on that one. They're going to let it run. And they're going to keep their timeouts. So now we got a 2nd down, 5 to go. .130 left in the game. We have a 2nd down and 5. They're going to go medium pass. Noah Brown. So they're trying to get the ball down the field. Try to get down where maybe they can throw some kind of a Hail Mary at the end. So 2nd down, 5 to go. 64 is a 10. Let me see. 6 puts them in an 8 index. 61 and a prevent. They're blitzing. 10, that's going to be a incomplete pass to Brown. 10's going to drop to a 12. Incomplete pass. Noah Brown. Now they got themselves a 3rd down with 1:15 left in the game. And they got to worry about getting a 1st down here on a 3rd down. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw a short pass to Zach Ertz. 9 yards or under. It'll be a 15-second play. Short pass. Zach Ertz. 66. Wow. 66 is a 2. 8 puts them in the 8 index. 12 puts them in a 3 line. 1 puts them in the left. 66 is a 2. And this will be interesting. Possible touchdown or a possible 1st down plus. So, or possible 20. So we got the touchdown, but this is the Bob rule. We got a free safety, that's a 3. The pass is to a tight end, Zach Ertz. Got my chart here. Free safety plus a tight end. 3 plus 2, 1 through 5. He's to be tackled for a 20-yard gain. If it's a 6, he's going all the way for a touchdown. So 1 dice. It's either a touchdown 1 through 5, and a touchdown is a 6. 1st down be a 20-yard pass 1 through 5. 20-yard completion. They call timeout. 20-yard pass. Zach Ertz. 68 yards on the day. 1st down. 1 minute left. 20 yards. 9, 19, 20. They're up to the 46-yard line. It's a chart I came up with, so in situations like that where they're throwing a short pass to Zach Ertz at the end of a game, to me it's not realistic for him to rumble that far down the field. So I put kind of a governor on there with the free safety, roam in the middle of the field. He had a 5 out of 6 chance of making the tackle, and to me it adds quite a bit to the game. As we all play the game on our own preferences, how we like to do it. So now they're 54 yards away from tying this thing up. Is it time to do Hail Marys yet? It don't look like it. Not quite yet. Now it's a medium pass to Zacchaeus. The Bears are still in the prevent defense. Not quite to a Hail Mary situation yet. But can Jayden Daniels pull this thing off? Why were they playing so bad the whole game? So 1st and 10. We have 1 minute left. Here's the medium pass to Zacchaeus. 31. 31 is an 8. So 2 makes him a B index, so he bumps up to an A because of the receiver. 36 puts him in a D. Right column. 31 is an 8. 10-yard pass completion. Moving the chains. 10-yard pass to Zacchaeus. 1st down. They're going to call their 2nd timeout with 45 seconds left in the game. Had to review the video to make sure, and that was their second timeout because they called a timeout after the 20-yard completion to Zach Ertz. So here we are. We got 45 seconds left in the game for the Commanders. They got one timeout left. They got a first down at the Bears' 44-yard line. And they're down 7 as we have a score of 30-23. So they're trying to pull off a big comeback here to tie this thing up and take it to overtime. Bears in the prevent defense. Not the prevents, but they're in the P defense. They're in the pass defense. It's the P. It's the D is what the defense they're in. They're not the prevent defense they only use for the Hail Marys. So this is the P column that I'm using. So Noah Brown, medium pass to the receiver from Ohio State, Jayden Daniels, trying to pull off a miracle comeback here. 23-29. He is going to get sacked. Oh, boy. He's going to be A index. 53. He's going to be in the one line. Right, left column. 23. 29. He is sacked for a 4-yard loss. And that one's brutal because that's going to keep the clock running. Let's see what they have to do here. They're going to have to call their timeout. So they call their last timeout. So they got 30 seconds left here. No more timeouts. 5-yard loss. They got a second down and a bunch. So with 30 seconds left and no timeouts left here, they're going to have to throw a long pass. They're going to long pass. And now the Bears are in the prevent defense. Long pass to McLaurin. It's almost like they need a 66 here to pull this thing out. If it's incomplete, they'll get one more play. So Daniels, long pass to McLaurin. 32 is a 26. He's in a scramble with the ball. Oh, no, that's the last thing in the world they wanted to see is him scrambling with the ball. Unless he can somehow scramble all the way down the field. So it's going to be an A index. Scrambling with the ball. Daniels. It's going to be the 6th column. 26 is a 22. He gains 1 yard, and that is the game. What was he thinking? He could not scramble with the ball. He had to get rid of it. He didn't do it. But no timeouts left. The clock runs out, and we have ourselves the second big upset of the tournament as the Chicago Bears go into Washington, and they beat the Commanders 30-23. As I thought maybe just as in the real world game back then in the day there last year that Daniels could hit the Hail Mary, but it did not happen today. So the final here, Chicago Bears 30, Washington Commanders 23. Chicago scored 2 touchdowns 38 seconds apart in the first quarter to build a 14-0 lead. They sacked Daniels 7 times. And they held the potent Washington offense to 335 total yards. Washington had ball at the end of the game, down 7, then clock ran out. Caleb Williams, 220 pass yards and 3 touchdowns, led the way. Swift, 102 rush yards. Those were the highlights of the game. So first downs, go from here. Washington 24 first downs, Bears 15 yards rushing. Washington 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bears 106 yards. Passing yards, 246 yards for quarterback Daniels, 222 for Williams, but then 7 sacks for 65 yards was just brutal. Knocked it down to 181-yard total passing yards. And that's where they got the 335 yards versus the 321 for Chicago. The only turnover was in the first quarter. There was a muff punt, a muff kickoff after the Bears scored a touchdown. They muffed a return. The Bears scored a touchdown the next play again. For a while there, the dice were just hot. So that was the only turnover. Penalties, Bears 13 for 68, 3 for Washington for 15 yards. Washington ran 66 plays to the Bears 53. Overall, it seemed like Washington was doing a better job moving the ball, but just so many situations where Daniels would go back to pass and he would get sacked. It was just soul crushing for the Redskins. So go over the individual statistics here. Caleb Williams was 18 for 29. He had 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 2 rushes for 13 yards. Swift ended up 18 carries, 102 yards. Top receiver in the game was Moore, had 6 catches, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. O'Dunez had 4 catches, 70 yards. Komet, 4 catches, 47 yards. Allen had 2 catches, 29 and a touchdown. Kind of a cool game that there was a lot of kickoff returns in this game. There was actually 9 kickoff returns in this game, as all the kickers are doing a really good job kicking the ball into the landing zone. Go over to the Washington side. Daniels, 22 for 34, 246 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. Robinson, 15 carries, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. Ekeler, 1 carry for 4 yards. Top receivers was McLaren, 6 catches, 81 yards. Ertz, 6 for 68, 3 for 22 for Zacchaeus, 3 for 39 for Ekeler. Noah Brown, 4 for 36. So statistically, it looked like Washington had the edge, but the 1 turnover was huge, and then just the poor pass protection. That is what led the way to Chicago's victory here today. So that is it from a rainy day here in Bay City, Michigan. I brought you a little bit of APBA football, and we all play it our own certain ways, and whoever plays it the way they play it, it all makes sense to them. So it's kind of a window into the way I play the game here. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you followed around. Maybe even learned something. Like your comments. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like some of the stuff that's done here, if you could please take a second and subscribe, that'd be awesome too. Other than that, you guys, have a great football season. Thank you, and keep playing APBA sports games. They make the most realistic and most fun games out there. Have a great day.